Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, mothers, fathers, daughters, sons, brothers and sisters. This is a endurance event. It's not the usual coming together of the GT3 league that you have got accustomed to me commentating on. We have got an endurance event at the Nordschleife, the combined circuit, no less. We have 21 cars currently on track. We have just gone through sorting the grid, as you can see here. Perry Gronstra in the Z4 is leading the field. We're just coming through the Dunlop curve of the stadium, coming up to the Schumacher S's. So we're going to be doing... so we've formed the grid. So we've got Perry Gronstra in first, Claessens in second, also in the Z4, Paradiski in third. Now the qualifying session was held yesterday, and we have formed the grid just before I started the recording. So Paradiski, so the top three are all Z4s. In fourth is Andrex UK in the M3. We can't actually see from that particular camera angle. There he is. At the top, McLaren is iPlay, a person I haven't commented on. I apologise for the dogs in the background. I am not at my usual home. I'm afraid nothing I can do about the canines. PMK in sixth position. Now, I'm not actually sure what car he is driving. He is in a Z4 as well. So the top six primarily occupied by a BMW. How apt. Here at the home of German racing. I apologise if the recording is stuttering. I'm afraid there is nothing I can do about that. I will do my best with it. Nismo, I think P&K's just lost position to Rigor there in the roof. That's just the way that the track is going. Looks like the race is getting underway there. Perry Gronstra has stamped hit on the gas and away we go. Now, because the track is so damn long, I am not too familiar with what corners are where, but Perry Gronstra's got a great start into the cut through into the old Nordschleife, and away he goes. I'm just going to double check something with the stream. This is probably a bad time to do it. And away goes Perry Gronstra there. Paradiski in second position in the Z4 with Claessens. He's displaced. Second place Claessens. Now this is a endurance event, like I've said. That's 17 laps of this monstrous circuit. So we are here for 2.4 hours, obviously simulating the 24-hour event that would normally take place here. So Perry Gronstra stretching a little bit of a lead at this early stage. iPlay has gone up to fourth position, displays PNK up to fifth in his Z4. Andrex UK has dropped a couple of positions in the M3 with Nismo in his Z4 currently holding seventh with a Chevrolet of Uriznikov. Great start, up three positions from his original starting place. Rigor in his roof, I believe, has lost out early on. Mini Black joins us from the Pro League here in 10th position in his... is he in the Z4 or the M3? I actually completely missed it. He is in the Z4. Primarily BMWs in this field. Branderos in his trusty M3 in 11th position. He's up a couple of positions. Wycomb's on. We see fourth place has just changed, I've noticed. It is currently being battled between iPlay and PNK. PNK's dropped a position again to Andrex. Goodness me. Great stuff. Through they come then. I will be double checking. If we just bring up the map a little, we can see where we are on the circuit. There we are. And who is that? It's miles behind. I'm just going to jump down the order. Who is that? It's way behind the order. It's Adrenaline. Oh dear, Adrenaline has come to grief already. An endurance event has come to grief in the first lap. Look at the state of his car. Oh, goodness me, what has happened to you? Back up to the field then. Let's get back up to the front. Perry Gronstra still leads the way. Got a little bit of a lead over Paradiski in the second of the M3s. Claessens is hounding him already at in his Z3 with Z4. Let's hope I don't make too many of those mistakes. iPlay in the leading McLaren then, still holding on to fourth position. We saw Claessens have a bit of a look on the inside of Paradiski, it looked like. So through the winding turns of the Nordschleife of the car, I need to bring up my map actually to get the corner names. There we go. Apologies for that pausing. Now, through they come then. I do apologise if they were... Oh, look at that. Claessens getting on the inside of Paradiski, but no, Paradiski is holding that one off and regains second place, but Claessens is not having that at all. And through they come. Now let's just double check where they are in the circuit then. They are just coming up to the Bergwerk, I believe that is referred to as. Claessen's regained second position again. On board with Paradisky as we stare at the back end of Claessen's car. Through they come then. Down, I can't pronounce these properly, but I will try to. And we see the McLaren of iPlay is also closing in on this battling three. They're getting up to the... they're just coming up to the carousel. So the Caracciolo carousel. I apologise in advance if I'm pronouncing these badly. Andrex in his M3 is beginning to get into a rhythm then in 5th position. Let's look further down the field. Nismo. He currently is 6th position from PNK. I'm actually just going to shuffle my windows around slightly. Again, apologies, that is going to pause the stream. I do apologise for that. There we go, we are back underway. It looks like the frame rate may have sorted itself out a bit. So then first, a route round the carousel. Nismo in 6th position in his Z4. PNK also in the Z4, 7th place. Rigor. Roof is still fending off Uriznikov in the Chevrolet. 9th, 10th is Mini Black in his Z4. Branderos in his trusty M3 holding 11th. Top of the Bentleys currently is Wycombs in 12th. Big old chain of cars here. Infected Space in his recoloured Chevrolet Corvette. IGC2 or Tech G in the Mercedes. I'm not sure whether that's the SMG version or not. Let's just have a quick look. It is the SLS version. So that's the SLS AMG he is in. Karki. He started from near the back of the grid as he was not in qualifying yesterday. So he is currently in 15th with Blue Rat. I believe he's in the roof. Yes, he is. Listening to the engine tone. He is in 16th place at the moment. Dangerous Ginetta and his trusted Ginetta currently in 17th. Long way to go. Furtiad in... Now that is... I'm not sure what that is. Oh, no, he's in the AMG version of the Mercedes as opposed to the SLS version. Now he has had a hell... Look at the mess of that! Goodness me. Here's Astro, who's a guest driver in today's race. I'm not familiar with this particular name. Welcome to you, sir. In the Z4, we see Franco Droz in his Aston Martin. I think it's the only Aston Martin in the field. We have so far in 20th, and there was Adrenaline in his battered Mercedes. He's also in the AMG version as opposed to the SLS. And of course, you have me at the back now. Furtiad and Dangerous Ginetta swapping positions. The camera is looking in the wrong place. Oh, looks like Dangerous Ginetta's come to grief already. His car is looking very battered. He has got Astro coming up behind him. Oh dear. That's a difficult start for Dangerous Ginetta. There goes Astro. And looks like Franco Droz is going to come past him as well. Looks like Dangerous Ginetta's letting him through. Dangerous Ginetta and Adrenaline coming to grief already. Let's get back up to the front of the field then. Here is Perry Gronstra. Now let's just double check where he is on the field. He's just come down the very long straight in between the Dutiken Hona. Again, I apologise for my pronunciation. And the... oh God, how do you pronounce this? Antonius Buch. As they come into the stadium section then, coming into the Mercedes arena. Claessen's in second then, holding off Paradisky. Paradisky 3. So this leading three have broken away from iPlay then. iPlay is he the only McLaren? I think he might, let's just double check that. I think he is indeed the sole McLaren in this race. The only McLaren we have in this endurance event. So then, lap 2. As they come around through the... Get my Gordon names muddled up. That's the Yokohama races. That they've just gone through down to the Dunlop curves. It looks like Dangerous Ginetta and Franco Droz swapping positions in there. Franco Droz didn't have a damaged car. Let's just have a look here. Dangerous Ginetta appears to have come to grief early on. Is he going to pit then? Yes, he does. So Dangerous Ginetta in the pits already, suffering from damage early on. I mean, goodness me, look how far back Adrenaline is. If you look at the map, there he is. He's just coming around. I don't know how on earth you say this. The Schwalbenschwanz. So he's on the beginning of that long straight. Look at the gap. I mean, it must be a minute and a half or so behind the rest of the pack. Oh dear, oh dear. Dangerous Ginetta has finished his pit stop and he is away then. Perry Gronstra is in the lead. He's just coming through these Schumacher S's. He's just doing... No, he is further up than that. He is just coming to the end of the stadium and getting onto the old circuit. And away he goes then. Claessens. It's getting a bit of a gap for himself away from Paradisky then. Is he going to be chasing down his Z4 brethren ahead? Paradisky trying to keep pace with Claessens ahead. There's iPlay has got the ever staring Andrex behind him. Now all drivers were told to try and keep themselves well behaved. As we just see Mini Black then, that's our Mini Black and Rigor swapping position. So Mini Black taking 8th position. He's moved up too since last looking ahead. Whoa, that was a little bit wide there. So it looks like we've got a bit of a battle forming here, even though everyone was told to just keep it clean. So particularly through the first lap, we still have seen incidents going on, particularly with Dangerous Ginetta and Adrenaline. Oh, and that's Nismo going wide, and PNK taking 6th position then at the head of this train. So PNK leads this particular battle with Nismo behind and Mini Black trying to force his way past. Does he manage to do so? Just double check where we are on circuit. Yes, that is the Ammerenberg. Round they come then, and that's giving PNK a bit of a chance to stretch his legs away from this quarrelling pack. Mini Black also beginning to break away from Nismo. Either he didn't have a great drive through that section, or he's just taking less life out of his tyres at this early stage. Oh, blimey, that looked a little bit wide. As they come down to the Vers Siphon and through the X-Müller. Rigor in the roof, currently holding 9th with Brandoras. He's up to 10th position. It's his M3, still staring at the back of that roof of Rigor. Rigor was taking a much sort of weavier line through that particular complex of turns there. Now I can hear Bentleys. Yes, there is Kaki up to 11th position. A great start for him. Would we expect any less from Kaki? And he is bringing with him his Bentley brethren of Wycombs. Infected space, and the camera's not changing. Come on, keep up. There we go. Infected space in his Corvette. I've chosen a terrible time to try and look down the field. There he is. We're just coming through. That is the Metzgerveld. Through the right-hander called Callenhardt. Just hear that rumble of the Bentleys ahead. Sounds like an earthquake going off. There is IGC2 in the Mercedes. Taking quite a narrow line there through Bergwerk. Through Kesselchen, I think. Just double check where we are. There's so many turns. Oh no, sorry, nowhere near that point of the track. I'm sorry, that's X-Müller that he is just coming through now. I'm likely to get that wrong. I can't say I'm particularly familiar with the Nordschleife, and I mean it's 15 miles, 25.5 kilometers long. So I am likely to get my corner names a little bit mixed up. There's Blue Rat in his roof, keeping pace with IDC2 ahead. Yuriznikov, something definitely happened to him. He was much further up, as you can see from the overlay there. He's, oh hello, we've got trouble up ahead. Mini Black is facing sideways on the circuit. Oh goodness me, Nismo. Oh, whoa dear, Nismo's facing the barrier. In his Z4, he's waiting for a safe moment to try and get going, and away he goes then. Oh goodness me, Nismo and Mini Black coming together and causing a spin. So Nismo is down to 15th. Mini Black got it going again. He's currently in 12th, and straight away, is he defending there? Yes, he is defending from IGC2. We see Futjant and Yuriznikov. Oh, Yuriznikov's come to grief as well. Yuriznikov has had a spin somewhere. Let's just see where he is on circuit. That is. So he's just come through Bergwerk onto the Kesselchen. And he's had a spin somewhere along that particular line. Astro then in 18th position in his Z4. Franco Droz and he sounds like he's having trouble of some description. God blimey, that looks very twitchy. That in his Aston Martin, it could be he's on a pad, but I suspect that is just how the game is lagging and how it is appearing. Dangerous Ginetta, after his pit stop, is underway again, and there is Adrenaline. I'm assuming he's pitted, but he's so far back. Look at that! Look at him! Look at him! I can't actually see where he is. It's difficult to tell because the white arrow is on top of a grey cloud, but he's actually at the Metzgerveld. He's an incredible amount of distance back. Back through the field then. Here is our leader, Perry Gronstra. He is quite on his own. If we look at the map, there he is. That's the Flansgarten section. He's just coming through up to the Schwalbenschwanz. Just coming through there. He's completely on his own. He's got a decent sort of 17-second lead there as he's coming through that particular complex of corners onto the Dottinger Horn. I apologise if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. He's going on to that big arse straight on the back of the circuit. Glassens then just coming through that same complex. He's got some gap back to Paradiski. To see how the cars bounce off of that bank curb there. iPlay, he's got distance fore and aft in the Sol McLaren. There is Andrix UK and the lead M3. You can just hear a Z4 of PNK coming up behind in 6th position. Brandros in his M3. He's gone too hard. He's gone slightly wide, but will get away with it as he's got some distance back to Rigor in his roof. The field now spreading out. Wycombs and Kaki have swapped positions. Wycombs now leading the Bentley battle. Whoops, getting a little bit of a twitch on there. Either Kaki let them through, but so they're coming onto the back straight themselves. Looks like Kaki's got a much better drive out of the Schwalbenschwanz complex, and through Kaki goes into 9th. Is Wycomb's going to let it go? It's a hell of a big straight. So depending on the setup they've got, that's not a great angle for the battle. There we go. But Kaki's still behind. Look, Wycomb's still holding on to that 9th position from Kaki. And Kaki has to slot back in line. So yes, Wycomb's with the setup to give him greater speed down that particular complex, down that particular straight, and retains 9th position. But how long can he hang on to that for? Only time will tell. Now Mini Black has come to grief somewhere. Oh dear, yes, Mini Black most certainly has. Look at the state of his car. Is he going to pit? He does not. Mini Black continues then. On to lap 3. There's Infected Space in the Chevrolet Corvette. Blue Rat, a little bit of space in front of him in the roof. There is Nismo. You saw Nismo coming to grief early on. Oh yes, it was Nismo and Mini Black, wasn't it? There was coming to grief early on with IGC2 directly behind. So these two in a bit of a battle for 14th place. And spread out further down the field, there's Futiad in his battered Mercedes. Continuing on in 16th position, there's Yurisnikov in his Chevrolet Corvette. He's lost some more positions. He's also rearranged the back end of that car. Is he going to pit? No, he does not. There's Astro in 18th position in his Z4. He continues. Franco Droz in the only Aston that's taking a very odd line at that particular stage. He must be damaged as well, although it doesn't appear to visibly be so. Does he pit? It looks like he's going for the pits. Okay, no he doesn't. Change his mind at the last moment. There is Dangerous Ginetta in his beloved namesake car. He has been gaining on Franco Droz lap on lap on lap. And there is Adrenaline bouncing over the grass. Not having a good time. Look at that. He's just coming through the I don't know how you pronounce this, the Brunkel curve or something like that. Along the Flansgarten. Completely on his own. And me, of course. Perry Gronstra maintaining that 17-18 or just under 20 seconds, up to 20 second now lead that Perry has over Claessens. We'll just look at where he is. There he is. He's just coming through the Schwedenkreuz along to the right, 90-degree right-hander of the Arenberg. Onto Fuschroa. I'm probably having every German spectator cringing at my massacre of your language. I apologise in advance. Claessen's then. He's got a decent amount of breathing space between himself and Paradiski. BMW being the order of the day at the top of the BMW Z4 rather being the order of the day and the top podium positions at the moment. I play. So Ronnie McLaren is got quite a bit of gap as we just see Blue Rat has changed position with Khaki. Oh, Khaki's come to grief then. Khaki's completely lost his Bentley brethren of Wycombs, and look at the state of Khaki's car. Khaki has most certainly come to grief. He is along that section, along the Schwedenkreuz. So he's probably had a problem around the Flugplatz turn, somewhere around there. Again, it hasn't any guess, but it sounds like he's being caught by the Mercedes of IGC2 and the BMW of Nismo. So those two are fairly close together. Oh, if we look at the battle, there's a battle here for 7th position. Or 6th position rather, so that's PNK in the Z4 holding off Branderos in the N3, who's just about holding off Rigor in the roof. Three-way battle here, BMW and Roof, as they come through the chicane complex there, which is the Versiphon, onto the X-Müller Straight, through this complex, exiting on the Bergwerk. Oh, looks like Branderos having trying to take a slightly different line there to the Z4 ahead. Let's double check where we are. Yep, that's at the end of the X-Müller rather. So they're just coming into the Bergwerk complex now. Does Branderos gained a bit of time on PNK ahead of him? I think he may well have done. And we can just hear that's Wycombs in the Bentley. We can hear at the end of that shot might be pulling in this squabbling 3. So whilst wheel-to-wheel racing wasn't expected particularly for this endurance event, it's not surprising that we've got small patches of battles going on. And Branderos is looking to take an inside route. Oh, crikey, he had a slipstream on the Z4. Oh, that was very, very close there to contact between the two BMWs, but Branderos takes 6th position from PNK along the Kesselchen Straight as they come down to the Klostertal turn before they come into the Karachokola Carousel, or into that complex I should say. So Branderos taking that commanding turn as we come round. That's the entrance to the carousel. Now that is Andrex you've just seen coming through the shot there as they come down towards the carousel. They come bouncing through the carousel. That's a lot harder than it looks actually to take that in any kind of smooth manner. Branderos beginning to pull away from PNK, who's now defending from Rigor. Can he keep the roof behind? Oh, has he gone to slightly wide through the straight on the way down to the Hohe Acht, which is the turn they are at now, or this lot are at now. Through they come then. Apologies, that's caused the recording to pause there. Oh, now Branderos slightly wide there at that particular point. Oh, goodness me, Branderos very wide. That's allowing PNK to come right up next to him. He's in the lead of the middle. In the lead. He's taken 6th position from Branderos. Wow, that was a quick turnaround. So Branderos has lost her 6th place back to PNK then. The Z4 regaining the lead of this particular train. Down the road they go. Let's double check where everybody is. You can see on the map that people are visibly spaced out. You can see the lead dot is Perry Gronstra. He's just coming onto the Duttinger Hohe. I've been saying Horner all this race, I've just realised. Yes, that's incorrect. Well, P&K now beginning to get some gap. He's had a much better drive through that sequence of corners and getting a gap between him and Branderos. Good job as we see Nismo and... So what's happened here? What's happened to Karki? There he is! Karki's come to grief again in the Bentley. Oh dear, we saw that he'd lost position to Nismo, and he's lost position to IGT2 as well. Trying to get going again. Where is that? That is the... that's around the Flansgarten. So around the Brunchen turn, around there somewhere, is where Karki has come to grief. I hope that these quarter names are right. It could be that the map I'm actually looking at may be slightly... I don't know how up to date this map is. Again, I apologise for... No, Karki! Goodness me, keep that roaring Bentley under control. Oh, Brandos and P&K are swan base again. There's Rigel right in there. Oh, goodness me. So P&K has had a terrible run onto that long straight. That's the Duttigenhoer. Down they come. So Rigel now leads this particular train. Brandos are still in the middle. And P&K's lost those two positions. Round they come then. Into the stadium complex again. To complete lap 3. 14 remaining. Oh, Rigel had a great drive onto that complex section and leads the way in this particular fight. Looks like P&K was having a look on the inside of Branderos perhaps, but decided better of it. As they come through, is that the Mercedes arena they're coming through? I believe it is. Yes, it is. Roof, M3 and Z4. Round they come once again. Ah, now that I recognise to be an engine sound of the McLaren of iPlay. So is this crew beginning to gain on... Oh, we've lost someone. We have lost someone from the race. Who was that? Just going to try and catch up with who it was. Ah, I didn't see who it was. I'm not entirely certain who it is we've lost, I'm afraid. But someone has dropped from the race. We now have 20 runners remaining. It's Karki. Karki has gone. We have lost the Bentley of Karki from the race. Oh dear. Such a shame. So then, let's have a look at where our leaders are. There is Perry Gronstra, who has held the lead the whole race through. And obviously plans to continue to do so. Where is he? He is coming up to the Flugplatz. Completely unchallenged. 22 seconds, or over 22 seconds back to his Z4 brethren of Claessens, who's just coming through the same complex as Paradisi, who's had that third podium position to himself for quite some time now. And again, quite a way back is the McLaren of iPlay. Andrex UK. You can hear the chasing pack behind. I think Andrex is losing time to the quarrelling trio of Rigel, Branderos and P&K behind. So this quarrelling trio could become a quartet before long. Mini Black in the Z4. Not too far behind is the now sole Bentley of Wycombs. In 10th, Infected Space. Oh, hello! I looked away at the wrong moment there as Branderos' great drive, or Rigos. I think Rigel must have made a mistake because he appeared to have lost quite a bit of distance to Branderos there. And now has P&K on his case. Every time I look away from these three, they swap round. They come through this particular complex then. M3 leads Roof, leads Z4 of this trio. Again, you can hear just at the edge of the shot that Andrex is M3. Oh, now there was a very different line to those that Branderos and Rigel were taking there. They seem to have been working to Branderos' favour. Oh, just at the top of the shot there, you saw Andrex. So is Andrex losing time? Difficult to tell. Difficult to tell at this stage. Oh, looks like P&K's losing a little bit of time there. Whoa, Rigel's gone too wide at that particular point. That's going to put P&K right on his tail again. He's gone wide again. Is P&K going to go on the inside? No, he thinks better of it. Still a very, very long way to go. You'll have to forgive me. I will be taking fluid. My throat struggles enough with the hour-long races, let alone 2.4 hours here at the Nordschleife. Bear with me a moment, please. Ah, lovely. Okay. You can see Branderos has already... He's got 2.5 seconds to himself now with that mistake that we saw Rigor make just now. So Branderos is now going to be trying to chase down Andrax. He's got a good 10 seconds or so to make up ahead of him. But now he's got Rigor out of the slipstreaming range for now at least. He could be able to get the hammer down. But, as we've already seen, one mistake is all it takes. Oh, hello. We have a swap at the back. Oh, Franco Droz is retired. Oh, Franco Droz is out of the race. And he is, I think he's left. He has indeed. Franco Droz is out in the only Aston that the race has seen. And there is the person he swapped with, which was Adrenaline. So he's continuing around the lap in that exceedingly battered Mercedes. Back up through the grid. Barry Gronstra could probably pull over and admire the sceneries with his 21-second lead over E. Parsons. Slowing down, he is not. People are getting into their rhythms. Now, let's have a look at the lap times that we're seeing here. So the best lap, unsurprisingly, is held by Perry Gronstra with an 8:15.619. A mighty 4 seconds difference, lap time wise, to Claessen's. So you can see that the difference in the lap. I mean, Perry Gronstra has had a stonking. It was indeed his last lap was that 4 seconds difference. Paradisky then. So get rid of that. So he's on his own as well. Okay. Oh, no, that wasn't the right camera. Beg your pardon. iPlay still on his own. Andrex is now having Branderos, I think, buzzing around behind him. I think we are actually on the wrong camera. There we go. That's better. Oh, and we go back to the internal view. Anyway. Oh, Branderos did not have a great turn, I don't think, through that particular complex. Or it didn't look like it from that particular camera angle. Oh, Rigel running a tad wide there. That's not going to help your case to keep up with Branderos. Again, you can just hear the edge of the shot, that buzzing M3 of Andrax. Is Branderos closing him in? Time will tell. P&K just falling off the back of Rigel. But again, long way to go. Pit stops and strategy will have a far bigger part to play than wheel-to-wheel racing in this particular race. Mini Black in his rear range Z4 in 9th place, trying to eat away at the gap between him and P&K. Wycombe's in the Bentley around there somewhere. There he is. He's definitely lost touch with Mini Black Z4. Oh, goodness me, that was a very unusual line down that particular hill. Blue Rat completely on his own in his roof. Nismo then, we have a bit of a train here then between Nismo Z4, IGC2's Mercedes, and Infected Space's Chevrolet. Although they're a bit more spaced out than the other three that we're looking at Rigel, P&K, Branderos, Rigel and P&K, I beg your pardon, not Mini Black. Oops, careful, Infected Space, keep it on the black stuff. Futiad in a very heavily rearranged Mercedes continues on. Yuriznikov started well but fell down the order early on in his Chevrolet. Dangerous Ginetta pitting on the first lap, has not had a great day at the office at all, but he will stick with that faithful Ginetta of his. Astro in the Z4 continues on, and Adrenaline perseveres with that heavily beaten up Mercedes of his. Let's head back to the... Oh! Hello, Rigor's got P&K for company, but look at the gap. Whoa! That's a bit of a slide there from Rigor. Oh, he's awfully wide there. Is P&K going to be able to capitalise on this? Oh, he couldn't quite get the hammer down early enough, but there you see, if we look at further on, Branderos has indeed reeled in Andrex. So the M3s are going to be having a battle with themselves. Oh, and 13th place has just changed as well. IGC2 is having a battle with Infected Space. So these two having a battle then. So we have got some 7th and 8th coming together. That's Rigor and PNK. As is 13 and 14 here. IGC2 and Infected Space. And both of them come in the pits. Both of them in the pits then. So that leaves Nismo completely on his own. Let's head further up the field then. There's Andrex. Now is going to have Branderos for company. Very, very soon it seems. There is Rigor holding P&K off. Just hear the M3s buzzing away there, just out of shot. Andrex. Branderos. Less than 3 seconds between the M3s now, as they just come out of the stadium section onto the Nordschleife again. Lap 5 out of 17. On to the Hocken, I can't pronounce this, Hocken straight. Oh, hello, we have some changes of position further down. Ah, no, that's pit stops. That's, of course, Infected Space. And Futiad is also in the pits. Dangerous Janetta has already pitted earlier on, as we saw, so he is going to gain a couple of positions. Infected Space has completed his stop, and out he comes then in the Chevrolet. He comes out in 16th place. Futiad in the Mercedes, still there. I'm not surprised, really, with the amount of damage he has. And there's Astro. Where is he? He's on the long straight. He's at the beginning of the Durtinger Hoa. On his own then, and there is Adrenaline going all around the outside of the carousel. Oh, okay, interesting. That's a different way to do it. Back up to the front. Perry Gronstra. Anytime we mention you is when I jump back up to the front of the grid, because unless he parks his car, he is not going to be seeing anybody for quite some time as he comes through the Kallenhardt and the Versifen complex. Claessens, 22 seconds back. Paradiski still losing time to the Z4 ahead. iPlay is not able to gain on the beamers ahead of him. Andrex UK trying his best to get some distance between him and the charging Branderos. This battle will become spicy very soon, but Rigor still has PNK for company. Oh, looks like PNK was going a little bit deep into that particular combat. Where are they? That is where the heck is that? That's the Metzgersveld that they're coming up to. I think the map is actually slightly different to the real life map, which is making my life that a little bit more difficult. Never mind. We continue nonetheless. Try my best to get the oh, there was a Kallenhardt board there. I just noticed that. So Rigor still keeping P&K at bay. Take another drink here. Looks like Branderos has lost some time there. Look like indeed he has. You can see that he's much closer to the roof of Rigor now. I think Branderos has had a mistake somewhere along the line, because he's definitely lost touch with Andrex ahead. Oh, no, Andrex has decided to get the hammer down. But, oh no, there is Andrex. I beg your pardon. So I'm reading the timings on the overlay completely wrong. I beg your pardon. If anything, actually, Branderos has reeled Andrex in a little bit. Still, he continues that particular battle. Equidistant between Branderos and Andrex is Rigor as well back. And P&K almost equal distance back again. So this particular battle is spreading out. There is Mini Black. He is trying to gain on, I think he has actually been gaining on the Z4 of P&K. Wycombe's in the Soul Bentley. He is on his own completely in 10th position, as is the roof of Blue Rat. Feels very much like a track day for him. Nismo in the Z4, he is also completely on his own, as is IGC2 in his rearranged Mercedes. He's just coming up to, as the board there said, Callenhart. Yuristikov in his Chevrolet. He has Dangerous Janetta for company, so DG's been reeling in Yurisnikov. What can the Corvette driver do here to keep the Season 4 Season 4 GT3 Pro at bay? And not a lot. He throws it into the wall. If he was trying to let DG through, that was not the most effective way of doing it. So Yurisnikov goes too wide, hits the wall, and Dangerous Janetta gains another position then. Infected space in the other Chevrolet Corvettes, not too far back, just under 6 seconds back from Yurisnikov. There's Futiad after his pit stop. Hopefully that battered Mercedes is going to behave itself a little bit better for him post pit stop. There's Astra in his Z4. He's minding his own business, doing what he can. Oh, and Adrenaline has finally pitted. Adrenaline in the pits then. Has he been lapped? Not yet. That's me in the pits. No, I don't think Adrenaline has actually been lapped yet. But as you can see from the map, it's not far between him and Perry Gronstra for that to happen. I didn't actually think it would. With the track being so big, I didn't think that we would see anybody lapped. But there you go. I've been proven wrong. There is Perry Gronstra, as previously mentioned. He's just coming up to re-entering the stadium complex in a few corners' time. There he is. Is Perry going to come to the pits? Yes, he does. So Perry Gronstra at the end of lap 5 comes in for his first pit stop then. And there is the lovely sound bug that we're all used to by now for Claessens. That assumedly is a signal that he will be coming into the pits probably this lap. We will see. So in comes Perry Gronstra then. Now this could actually be a problem for Claessens because they may be sharing a pit box, but he doesn't attempt to pit. So E. Claessens in his Z4 will be taking the lead then over from Perry Gronstra. And there he goes. So unless Perry Gronstra has a problem at this particular stage, then that lead will be handed back to Claessens when he has his pit stop. And there goes Paradisi as well. So Paradisi goes through into second position. Ooh, he's very deep into turn 1. And out comes Perry Gronstra then. Into third position, there's iPlay in the McLaren. Is he going to pinch that third place from Perry Gronstra? Let's see as they come through the chicane complex. Looks like Perry Gronstra's got the measure of the McLaren. We've gone through the Yokohama S's down towards the Dunlop curve. Round comes Perry up to head towards the Schumacher S's. I think. Nope, he hasn't done the Dunlop curve yet. Getting my corner names wrong again. There's Dunlop curve. So yes, he's definitely got the measure of iPlay. Oh, and we see a change of position. 9th place Wycom's us because Branderos is in the pits then. Branderos in his M3 has pitted. So he's down in 10th then. Wycom's is spun! Oh dear! That's on the... where is that? Oh, he's gone through the Mercedes arena and has spun in that section. That is not going to help him in the slightest. There's Blue Rat. He's gained a position from Branderos. Nismo's come through as well. Branderos is having a big old pit stop then. Oh dear. This doesn't bode well for Branderos. Oh, he's away. Branderos is away then in 12th place unless... IGC2 is nowhere near him. He's on the Duttingahua straight. So he is away in 12th position then. Now then, we have a battle of the Corvettes between Infected Space and Yurisnikov for 15th position with Dangerous Janetta not far ahead either. And Infected Space is a great drive onto that long straight and blast past Yurisnikov. Goodness me. Bit of slipstream and through he goes. Can Yurisnikov get into the slipstream and make a difference there? Dangerous Janetta's gone to the right hand side of the circuit. And mind you, there's a slight left-hand kink at the end of the straight. That would be why. But it looks like they're gaining on the Ginetta. God, the Infected Space has left Yurisnikov for dead. And who's that? That's Futiat. Futiat and his Mercedes has caught up with... has Yurisnikov got a problem because he's been left for dead by Infected Space there. So it could be that Yurisnikov has a problem with subscription. He does seem very, very slow. It could be that he's due into the pits. Looks like he left Futiat go, and yes, he does. Yurisnikov comes into the pits then. It could be that his tyres were screaming enough, and in he comes to get that sorted out. Futiat continues. There is Infected Space. Oh, going a little bit deep. Oh, looks like he went rather deep into turn 1, but still made the turn. Made turn 2, and look at that. There's Dangerous Ginetta really not that far ahead. So will we see a battle between Ginetta and Corvette in a few laps' time? Time will tell on that one. And not far behind is the Mercedes of Futiat. Now either that's lag causing Futiat to twitch, or he's on a pad. There are indeed a number of there are several league drivers that do race on a gamepad. I think they're very brave to be able to competitively race with a pad. Oh, Futiat risking a cut track penalty there, but through the Schumacher S's, but managed to get away with it. Through the Warsteiner curve, I think that is. Yes, it is. That's the Warsteiner curve. Down to Ad van Borgen. So that's that turn. As they head down to the cut to go onto the Nordschleife. This is a small chicane beforehand, I beg your pardon. The NGK chicane. And there it is. There's the cut onto the Nordschleife. Infected Space. Trying to close the gap down to Dangerous Ginetta. This is where the Ginetta is going to have a bit of an advantage over the heavier Corvette in the twisty section, but there's a lot of straights here at the Nordschleife. Dangerous Ginetta looked a little bit cautious through those turns there. Has he got a problem? Time will tell. Is he losing? Yes, he is. He's losing time to Infected Space. So it could be that Dangerous Ginetta's got a problem, or he's simply taking it easy at this stage in this stint. Always difficult to tell from an outside perspective, but he is keeping the Corvette at bay. Let's have a look at the front with E. Claessens. You can hear roaring Z4s in the back of the shot there, but Claessens has a 10-second or so gap, or over that, to Paradisky. Whoop, camera getting lost there. There is a roaring Z4. So there's actually over 13 seconds between Claessens and Paradisky. But Perry Gronstra, unsurprisingly, has been reeling in Paradisky ahead of him. Both of the cars ahead of him have not pitted. There is no way in hell that people are going to do a zero-stop race here at the Nordschleife, and certainly not on an endurance event. iPlay, still on his own in the McLaren. Andros UK, with Brandoros pitting, he no longer has pressure from his M3 brethren. PNK and Raigor have swapped places again since we last saw them. So Z4 leads Roof now. Where are they? Let's have a look where they are on the lap. That is the Hoeracht and Wipperman corner and straights respectively, or corner complexes. That's Mini Black in his Z4. Is he beginning to reel in PNK and Raigor ahead of him? Certainly has them in sight. There's just the Esbach corners here. He definitely has them in sight. Can he close that gap down? Wycombe's on his own in the Bentley, as is Blue Rat in the Roof. Oh, well, I say that, but there is Nismo in his Z4. Is he reeling in that Roof? Pit stops and strategies, of course, will affect the order up and down the field. Branderos, after his stop, is totally on his own then, with quite a gap to make up between him and Nismo ahead. Oops, IGC2 doing a bit of lawn mowing there. Very, very long way back from Branderos. If we just look at the map, we can see the gap as IGC2 is coming into the carousel. Branderos has gone through the Viperman and is heading towards Esbach. Here, however, Infected Space is ahead of Dangerous Janetta. I completely missed those positions changing. Look at the pace that Infected Space has over Dangerous Janetta. Wow! But Dangerous Janetta's not letting that one go. He's reeling in the Corvette ahead of him. Oh, now... Oh, Yuriznikov pitted, didn't he? Now, Frutiad is lurking away behind these two. So we could see a trio forming here. Let's see what happens. They enter the carousel. Oh, goodness me, those Infected Space has gone way too deep. Bounces off the barrier, but manages to keep his position. Now, either Dangerous Janetta lifted off to avoid an impact, or he didn't get a great run through the carousel himself, which allowed Infected Space to get back on the gas and retain that 14th position. Oh, hello, we have a swap at the top. Is that... Ah, that's why. Peregrine's regaining the lead with iPlay in second. Andrex has gone up to third position because Claessens, there he is in the pits as Rygor and PNK come through to take fourth and fifth respectively. Mini Black also comes through. He takes sixth position. Claessens still hasn't moved. Paradisky's also in the pits. Very, very long stops for them, but again, probably taking on a lot of fuel. Wycombe's coming to, that's the end of the long straight, the Dortigahua, and he comes into the stadium. Does he pit? He does not, so he continues. Paradisky's on his way, and Claessens is on his way, so away they go again. Peregrine's regaining the lead. He is, where is he? He's coming up to the NGK chicane, and he will be returning to the Nordschleife for the seventh time of asking. And we are not yet halfway through this race. I play in the McLaren. Has yet to pit, so he will... I believe he's yet to pit. He's just coming through the NGK chicane as well. Oh, we have a swap of position here in 11th position for Branderos. Branderos and Nismo. That's because Nismo's coming to the pits then. Branderos gains another position into 11th, so he has Blue Rat is his next target, 7 seconds down the road. Nismo's still in the pits. IGC2 coming to the end of the Dortigahua. Infected Space still... Oh, Frutiad's also had Dangerous Janetta. Oh, goodness me, Dangerous Janetta's lost a hell of a lot of time over the Mercedes and the Corvette ahead of him. Now that long straight is not going to serve the Janetta well, but I suspect that he's got other problems besides just straight line speed. But Frutiad looks to be reeling in Infected Space. So a definite duel forming here. Oh, as Frutiad goes a little bit wide. As it comes through that particular chicane complex, Frutiad is wiggling around everywhere. Through they come then as they start to as these two come into the stadium again. Both cars continuing. You can see on the overlay the Mini Black is also quite close to PNK in 6th position. Z4 and Z4 here. Rygor, where's Rygor? Rygor's got quite a gap between himself and PNK, as PNK encountered a problem of some kind which has put Mini Black on his tail. Quite possibly, because there's quite a gap between the roof and the Z4 here. Mini Black is definitely on his case. That's Rygor you just seen coming out of the shot. Past the camera then, Mini Black and PNK. Very, very close together. Is PNK going to be able to keep Mini Black at bay? Oh, not like that he won't. Oh, PNK had a terrible run through that chicane, overcooked it, and through goes Mini Black. Thought we may be seeing a duel forming there, but unfortunately PNK threw that one away. Oh, but Mini Black nearly went too wide on that left-hander. Let's have a look further down the line then. E. Clarkson's in 7th position then after his pit stop, trying to regain those positions. Paradiski is quite a way back from Clarkson's as well. Oh, Wycombs has come to grief in the Bentley. He is away again. Where is he? That is up towards the Metzgerveld. He has spun and is underway again. Blue Rat has Branderos for company. Well, Branderos didn't hang around, closing that gap down. Goodness me, as they come through, where are they? That is the Adenauer Forst, I think, is where they are. Goodness me, Branderos has really closed that gap down really quickly. So he heads towards, not too much Branderos as they come up through the Metzgerveld, up towards Callan. Oh, the Callan-Hart bang as Branderos has overcooked it on the entrance of the Callan-Hart and bounced off the barrier. That is not going to help you at all, Mr. Branderos. Keep it together now. Looking at the times, this appears to be the closest battle we have at the moment. Although, and looking at 3rd place Andrex, he is within 3 seconds of iPlays, so then we may be seeing a battle for the podiums swapping around at some stage. But this is definitely the closest battle we have. Oh, look at that! Look at the title line that Branderos had there. It'll definitely help him close in Blue Rat in the roof. But look at it looks like Blue Rat is really struggling to get the power down. I think he may well need to get rid of those tyres. Oh, excuse me, as I take another drink. 19 cars still running them. As we are on lap 7 of 17. Roof and M3. Blue Rat and Branderos. Blue Rat from the GT3 Elite League versus Branderos of the GT3 Pro League. And Branderos really is closing in on the roof ahead of him. Looking where they are on the map, that is where they are. That is, they are coming up to the carousel. That's going to be pretty difficult to pass on the carousel. Can Branderos get the job done before then? I'd say we can hear a Bentley. Whilst these two are fighting, I'm looking at the timings, and Clarson's is very close to PNK. Here we are, the 7th and 6th positions. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if PNK let Clarson's through, as Clarson's is distinctly quicker than PNK at this stage, but racing drivers are racing drivers. They may well fight that one out. Oh, and that's Clarson's looking for a way past PNK, looking for an outside manoeuvre there. Where is that? That's coming down to the Flansgarten, I think. Oh, that's a twitch that Clarson's had then. I think he got airborne slightly at that point. We look at Clarkson still in the slipstream with PNK. Can he get through? No, that's going to be tight, but Clarson's got the inside for that turn, but PNK's going to have the inside for the next one, but no, Clarson's has the pace to get past him. Much fresher tyres, I think, on his Z4, and through who goes into 6th position. There's Paradiski trying to also keep Clarson's in touch. Wycomb's in the sole running Bentley. Blue Rat still keeping Branderos at bay. We just look at the section of track they're on. That's the Svalbensvans, I think they're coming towards. Oh, no, bigger pardon, that's the Flansgarten that they're at the moment. Oh, Branderos is getting all out of shape at the top of that particular hill. Blue Rat had a much more stable line through there if we just jump on board with Branderos. heading down towards the Schwalbenschwanz, if I can get it right. That's the section that they are at now. Again, Branderos, I think he's going to have to wait for the Dortinghoer to make a move on the roof ahead of him. And as they begin the long straight then. Patience. Still a long way to go. We have still to get the halfway stage in this particular race. This is where the normal GT3 race will be entering its final stages. And there goes Branderos, indeed, gets into the slipstream and blasts past the roof of Blue Rat. Absolutely nothing that Blue Rat could do about that. Although, saying that, he is sticking with Branderos. Is he getting a better slipstream? So he heads through the Antonius Busch. Oh, Branderos keeping the roof at bay as they enter the chicane complex before they re-enter into the stadium. Here they come then. Does Blue Rat enter the pits? He does. I'm not surprised to see that. Blue Rat's done well to keep his car going till this stage. But off goes Branderos then in chase of Mini Black. Oh, and PNK. Oh no, there is Mini Black coming out of the pits, I beg your pardon. As is PNK. So PNK in the pits then. That's Nismo we see in 12th position. He's still some way back. And PNK's on his way. PNK will overtake the roof of Blue Rat, so he will come out in 10th position. Mini Black after his pit stop. 9th place, Branderos now has Wycombs to hunt down. He's got quite a gap to chase. But let's see what he can do. We head up the field. Andrex has been greeling in slowly but surely the McLaren of iPlay. Just a couple of seconds between these two now. This is the 2nd position. Perry Gronstra is way up the road. We can see the red dot is Perry Gronstra. He is coming through the Edenauer Forst as these guys are coming up to the Arenberg or the Schwedenkreuz. Now that looks very much like adrenaline that we're coming towards. It is indeed. Oops. It's nice stream stopping there, I beg your pardon. I'm just going to do a slight alteration on my windows here. I do beg your pardon because this is going to cause a stoppage. I am terribly sorry for this. Trying to sort things out there. I beg your pardon. Beg your pardon. So it looks like the Mercedes has got out of the way as he seems to have disappeared. And there is Rigor. He's on his own then. He has shaken off the tail. Well, that's because PNK was with him and he has pitted. So Rigor on his own then. Andrex has got, or he's keeping iPlay company. There you go. You just saw the McLaren go out of the shot there. Let's just take the map away there. As Adrenaline has been lapped then by Andrex UK as well. See who else we can find. Rigor's on his own. Claessen's then still closing the gap to those in front of him, but has a big gap left to close. Paradisky trying to hang on to the Z4 ahead of him in 6th position. And Wycombs in the Bentley has a huge gap between him and Paradisky. There is the charging M3 of Branderos, trying to close back up to closer towards the podium position where he was before the pit stops occurred. And there is Mini Black now. The Z4 is going to be putting pressure on the M3, it looks like, at this rate. PNK, after his pit stops, has come out in 10th position. He is totally on his own by almost a minute over Blue Rat in the roof. Futiad, after his dealings with the Corvettes, he is in 12th position. That is IGC2 just behind. In 13th place, so the Mercedes pair battered, but still going. There's Infected Space after his stop. He's still going in the Corvette. Dangerous Genetics lost a hell of a lot of ground to the Corvette of Infected Space. There's Nismo still charging on in the Z4. Yurisnikov. He's coming through the Schumacher S's or the NGK chicane. That's the NGK chicane. He's just re-entering the Nordschleife again. Astro just coming into the stadium complex, and of course, as we've seen earlier, that's Rigor. Adrenaline getting out of the way of Rigor. Through he goes. So who to look at? How about these two? Andrex again clawing away at the gap between him and the McLaren ahead. 10 laps remaining in this endurance event. Some distance left to cover. Where is that on circuit? That is onto the Eisenbach, or heading into that direction. Second position, staring Andrex in the face then, as they come through Wunshin again. That's the corner they're now at, I beg your pardon. As they head down towards the Flansgarten. Whoops, let's turn the map off. Oh, that looked like a trouble there for play. For iPlay, he didn't look like he had a great exit from that corner, whereas Andrex did. Oh, and did we just see a change of position? Is Foot out in the pit again? I want to look down at 14th, but oh, that's slightly too wide for Andrex. He clunks into the wall, slightly unsighted there by that downhill drop. We've seen quite a number of cars get very, very squarely at that same point. Oh, Andrex dropping back from the McLarens, probably aiming to get a better line through the corner than the McLaren did. Oh, and just as I say that, that's exactly what he's done. Oh, and that is iPlay holding off Andrex for second position. Still yet to get to the halfway stage, so fighting this hard at this stage may not be all that beneficial. And iPlay has overcooked it, and Andrex goes through. So second place is now in the hands of the M3 of Andrex UK as he goes onto the Dortingenhohe straight. He gets a chance to stick his foot down and hopefully keep the McLaren behind. Not a great deal of distance though. Is the McLaren able to reel him in? Yes, he is. The McLaren's got a slightly higher pace than the M3, so Andrex is going to have to defend. He's a newly acquired second position. There goes iPlay. Towards the left hand side, that is the inside of the next turn, and through he goes to second position again. So Andrex has got it all to do again as the McLaren outpaces the M3 at this point. Through the chicane then, as they re-enter the stadium for the 8th time, as we now have hit and both cars, second and third, into the pits then. And Branderos has just claimed, oh hello, Branderos is up to 7th position. Where the heck? Oh, Wycombs again has come to grief. Wycombs has come to grief again. Oh, goodness me. He is not having a good day in the office in that Bentley. Here is Perry Gronstra. Your race leader has been all day. He's just come through the Vorsteiner curve. Rigor is... There he is. I was going to say he's there somewhere. He is just coming up to the Dunlop curve, I think. He's heading down towards the Dunlop curve, with E. Clarson's directly behind. So the top three have pitted. No, I don't believe Rigor's pitted yet, or has pitted again. So Clarson's getting back into the podium positions that he left when he first pitted. Rigor is going to struggle to hang on to that second position from the charging Z4 of Clarson's. Now Paradisky has been losing touch with Clarson's lap on lap on lap. Andrex UK out he comes, and after his pit stop he is jumped. iPlay is just getting underway himself, and the M3 comes out ahead of the McLaren. Out he comes as Branderos. Oh, Branderos has taken iPlay as well, and so is Mini Black. So, because of pit stops, we have a battle here. Excellent. The N3 duo again of Andrex and Branderos. These two are at war once more. Haha, great stuff. Now, Branderos's tyres are, of course, quite a bit older than Andrex's. And, oh, second place has changed. Second place has changed. I wouldn't be surprised if Rigor let Claessens go. As Claessens is going to be really... Goodness me, look at the pace difference between Claessens and Rigor here. Very distinctive. It could be that Rigor made a bit of a mistake there, but I suspect that Rigor let him through. So let's return to this particular battle then of the M3s. Branderos chasing Andrex. Pro chasing Elite driver. Oh, second place has changed again. Claessens has made a mistake somewhere, and Rigor's retaken second place. Oh dear, oh dear. So Claessens struggling to make some headway there in second position, and he's got a roof ahead of him again. So we've got some battles again as we've crossed the halfway stage of this race. Oh, we've just seen 10th place change. Blue Rat, is that because Wycombe's is in the pits and the Bentley is in the pits? Blue Rat up to 10th position then. Let's jump up to this battle for second. Sorry, Perry, but you are over a minute ahead. So we are looking at the battle for second position between the roof of Rigor and the Z4 of Claessens. How is Rigor? Let's just jump on board with Claessens. How is Rigor going to keep the Z4 at bay? We do not know, as they are just coming through. If I can just figure out, that's the Adenauer Forst, I think. Oh, I don't think the roof had a great line through there. He looked quite a bit slower than Claessens. But on they go in their respective positions. Oh, we see... now we see Nismo's gained a few positions. That's because IDC2 and Futiat are in the pits once again. Yuriznikov looks like he's going to claim that position, those two positions as well. Through he comes. Yep, he's gained 2. He's up to 15 as well. IDC2 and Futiat's underway. IDC2 is still stood still. Oh, PNK's out! Oh, goodness me, PNK has retired. Oh, we didn't see what happened to him. He was around 11th or so. The Z4 of PNK is out of this race. Oh, goodness me. What a shame. Back up to the battle for 7th position. 7th? Second position, rather. I'm not sure what was going on there, but it does look like the Rigor has slowed down to let Claessens through. I think it was a bit of confusion between the two drivers there. Rigor visibly slowed down, and Claessens has regained the second position, and away he goes again. But we head down the field. We see that Andrex and Branderos still fighting, but Mini Black is right with Branderos then. Oh, now this could give Andrex a chance to get some distance between himself and his M3 brethren as they come through Kallenhardt. Now Mini Black is going to be pressuring Branderos. So they come through the Versiphon corners. Oh, we just look at Mini Black. He's still keeping that position behind Branderos, but Branderos trying his best not to lose touch with Andrex. You see the other N3 just in the distance. Mini Black doing his best to get that 6th position from Branderos. Up they come then. Down towards Bergwerk. Are they reeling in? I think they are reeling in. Oh, we see 10th position has changed between Infected Space and Wycombs. Infected Space, try that again. Infected Space claiming 10th position in his Chevrolet over the Bentley of Wycombs, but it doesn't look like that battle's finished either. Back at Branderos and Andrex, it looks like Branderos has had a good drive through those corners. But Mini Black staying right with him, and Branderos has definitely closed in on Andrex for 5th position. That gap is less than a second then. Now, do we have a car ahead of these three? It sounds like we do. We do indeed. Who is that? That is... Oh, it's Adrenaline. We have Adrenaline ahead of these. He'll be getting out of the way, no doubt, as they come through the carousel again. Oh, it's so difficult in these cars to go through the carousel smoothly. These cars so low to the ground, and that is a hell of a bumpy bit of circuit. It looks simple, but your car is bouncing around quite heavily on those, unless you have some suspension travel, which of course these GT3 cars really don't have a lot of. Adrenaline getting out of the way of Andrex there, and also of Branderos and Mini Black. He stays clear, and away they go then. But that has cost Branderos. He didn't get a great line through the carousel, so that's cost Branderos time against Andrex. Whoops. Again, that's my recording pausing. Beg your pardon. Still fending off Mini Black. We are over halfway through this race then. 8 laps remaining. That's approximately an hour's worth of racing to go. Andrex, Branderos, Mini Black, all within a couple of seconds of one another. Oh, Branderos having a good drive then, getting some distance from him and Mini Black as they... Oh, again, he looks like he got slightly out of shape on that drop there. But he's definitely getting some purchase on Andrex as they are coming towards the Schwalbenschwanz. Oh, look at that! He's able to close right in on Andrex then. It's the corner complex before the long back straight of the Dortingenhohe. If Branderos can keep his lines straight, he may be able to have a crack at Andrex. He definitely has reeled him in. Oh, Mini Black didn't have a great drive there at all. Looks like he's lost a bit of time on the M3s. And there we go. We're on the back straight then. Can Branderos get any purchase on Andrex? It doesn't look like he's going to, because Andrex able to get the power on slightly earlier. Mind you, look at that. He's closing that gap in. It looks like Branderos has got a higher top end than Andrex. And there he goes, and there's Mini Black as well, 3 wide down this particular straight. Look at this. Oh, and Branderos able to keep Mini Black behind him and overtake Andrex whilst he does it. Brilliant stuff. Branderos takes 5th position, and that I'm able to keep Mini Black behind, but he's gone too deep. Oh no! Branderos goes too deep into that chicane, has lost 2 positions to Mini Black and Andrex. He's going to have to do all that work all over again. Oh, goodness me. What a shame. What a great, great shame. But Mini Black is pressuring Andrex then. Oh, as I play come to grief. Nope, Rigor's in the pits. That's why Rigor is falling through the order there. Oh, goodness me, just about catching my breath after that battle between the 2 N3s. Mini Black is not letting Andrex go at all. I'm just going to double check something which is going to cause the... No, I am still recording. I'm just basically double checking that the recording was still going. Wanted to ensure that the recording hadn't stopped. It would appear not to have done so. Oh, and Mini Black is right in with Andrex then. If these two are quarrelling, that could bring Branderos right back in with them. This battle has not yet expired. Branderos is going to struggle to keep up with these two as they pitted quite a bit later than he did. Now, something else I've noticed. 3rd place Paradiski is much, much closer to Claessens than he has been for quite some time, as Claessen's come to grief somewhere. Let's have a look at his car and see if he's any visible damage. Not that I can see. But Paradiski was nearly 20 seconds behind 2nd place Claessens, but that gap has nearly halved. However, the battle for 4th continues between Andrex and Mini Black. M3 and Z4, BMW against BMW. They re-enter the Nordschleife again. Looks like they're leaving Branderos behind now. Branderos has probably taken too much out of his tyres. That's probably why he overshot the last corner before re-entering the stadium. Excuse me as I take another drink. It's the only way in hell I'm keeping my keeping my throat alive. Oh, Branderos, yeah, he's definitely losing quite a bit of time then to these two, but Andrex and Mini Black continue to battle as they come on to, that is the Hocheichen, I think it's pronounced, as they head down towards the Flugplatz, which is that right, these right-handers here, I believe. So they come down that long section down the hill towards the Schwedenkreuz, and then the right-hander of the Arenberg. Which is there. Now, who just changed? I was going to say, I think Urinikov just changed position with Dangerous Janetta there, but there's definitely more fighting to watch here between Mini Black and Andrex. M3 keeping Z4 at bay, and that's Dangerous Janetta losing Pleasant Footyard. That's why Dangerous Janetta is in the pits. That's why Dangerous Janetta is falling through the order. On board with Mini Black again. Looks like Andrex able to keep the Z4 at bay. As they head down towards... Yep, that's just coming through the Metzgewelt towards Kallenhardt. Oh, and Mini Black had a much better drive up to Kallenhardt than Andrex did. Oh, and the Z4's looking to bully his way past the M3 if he has to. He is all over the back of Andrex at this stage. Through the chicane complex there as they come onto the through Exmüller. Andrex is going to have to work hard to keep that Z4 behind. Branderos really has lost a lot of time. If we just look back, that's how much distance he's lost to the fighting duo ahead of him. Did he sustain damage? It was a hell of a whack that he went through on the previous lap, but we will see. Oh, goodness me! Andre's got all out of shape, but Mini Black could do nothing with it. That's going to bring Branderos right in with him. Well, not quite, but it's certainly going to help bring that gap down a little bit. And here's iPlay. Just noticing the gap with iPlay and Branderos has been getting smaller and smaller. So is this McLaren able to put some pressure on Branderos? Oh, Mini Black really lost out with that mistake that Andrex made. Mini Black has lost out badly. But will he be able to close that gap down again? Time will tell. As we are looking at the map, we're coming up to the carousel. Oh dear, Andrex has gone all out of shape again. Or again, that's how oh, he's hit the wall. Andrex has hit the wall. That's allowed Mini Black to come through into 4th place. I did think that Andrex was in trouble there, and that has allowed Mini Black to come through. Round the carousel they come, and Branderos is able to close that gap down a bit more. But Mini Black's not had a good run through the carousel. Andrex has had a much better run, side by side as they come down towards the Horacht. Oh, Mini Black able to keep Andrex at bay, and this is bringing Branderos right back in with them. They just come through the Horacht now onto heading down towards the Wiepermann. I think, anyway. I actually think that the map I'm using is slightly wrong, but I realised that way too late into the race. But I do my best with the tools I've got. Z4 leads M3, which leads M3. We just come back towards... We come back towards Branderos then. He's right back in with them now. Again, I'd see looking at Paradisky. So it's commenting on Paradisky. He is indeed really in class since we've begun lap 11 now, with 7 laps remaining. with Perry Gronstra absolute leagues away from anybody else. There is Claessen's on that straight, but apparently he can see him. Let's head back to this battle then for 4th position. Mini Black's had a much better drive, and the camera's lost. Mini Black's had a much better drive through that complex, and Andrex is losing time. Brandoros is also losing a bit of time, so these three are spacing out a bit. That's heading down towards the Schwalbenschwanz. Mini Black able to drive away a little bit from the M3 of Andrex, but Andrex now has pressure from Brandoros again. So they come onto this bank left-hander, heading down towards the long straight of the Duttingenhoer. We saw in laps previous that Brandoros was able to reel Andrex in, and he didn't. Andrex did not have a good drive through that complex. So Brandoros is going to be right on his tail as they enter the long straight. Then, if we look on board with Brandoros, Andrex is not able to get away at all. So if Brandoros is able to get a good slipstream down this straight, he could again find himself ahead of Andrex. And again, there we go. We see the gap is closing. Is it closing quick enough? I'd say it is, but Andrex is looking to go towards the inside for a defensive maneuver. No, he has to stay where he is. Brandoros is running out of space to make a move. No, Andrex just cuts him off on the apex of the corner, but Brandoros is not done yet. I think he's going to have to remain in position, and there is iPlay behind them. iPlay in the McLaren is reeling the M3s in. As the M3s re-enter the stadium again, and Brandoros has decided to pit again. Lap 11, or the end of lap 10. There is iPlay reclaiming. Now where's Claessen's? Where's Claessen's gone? Oh, he's come out of the pits. I beg your pardon. I thought he might have been in the wall somewhere there, but no, he's just come out of the pits. Claessen's has pitted once again. Andrex has gone through to 4th, but I would imagine he's going to struggle to keep that Z4 behind him. Mini Black has been able to really stretch his legs then and get a good lead between him and Andrex. Andrex now has a different Z4 for company, that of Claessen's. There we see iPlay in the background. So they come through. I've lost track of where we are. That's the Dunlop curve they've just come through in the stadium section. There is iPlay trying to reel in Andrex. I think he is steadily doing. And only time will tell. Andrex fending off Claessen's then. Coming through the Warsteiner. I think it's Warsteiner as opposed to Vogue. Yep, that's ADV Bogan. ADV? What am I on about? Advent Bogan. They've just come through the NGK chicane again, which is here. And then on to the cut through onto the Nordschleife. There you go. Here's Claessen's biding his time to try and get past Andrex. Look like he's able to make a move at this stage. But we will see. Mini Black then has really got, so look at that, he's about 5 seconds he's got between himself and Andrex then. And Andrex still fending off Claessen's. He's trying to hang on to that 4th position over the Z4. As they come through the fast section, that's the Flugplatz. Heading up towards the Schwedenkreuz. Look at that, that's Claessen still trying to put pressure on Andrex. Andrex hanging on to his line, and that's bringing iPlay into fruition as well. They head down towards the Arenberg. There it is. Whoa, that's Claessen's taking a much wider line, either by design or by mistake. On board with Claessen's, they come through the Fuschenkro. That's not how you say that at all. I won't try and pronounce that again. Heading towards the Adenauer Forst. still trying to get past the M3. Still on board with Claessens. Then you see that Andrex holding his line, able to keep the Z4 behind. Down towards the Metzgerwelt. The double left-hander up towards Kallenhardt. Or Kohlenhardt, I'm not sure how you say it. He's trying everything he can to get past Andrex, but Andrex still keeping Claessens at bay. Looking at the time, this looks like the closest battle we have, and what a battle we've got. Claessens trying from tighter line at the beginning of that chicane, but Andrex had a great drive out of that chicane complex and still keeps. Again, he's in the fighting he's doing with Claessens, he is losing touch hand over fist with Mini Black. Up the hill then. That's heading towards the Bergwerk. And any moment, it just always feels like there's going to be an impact between these two, but still they keep it up. But iPlay is reading them in. That is very, very close. Thinking about an outside manoeuvre. Andrex holding the inside line. Claessens going for an outside manoeuvre on the M3, but no, Andrex still holds him off. Claessens able to keep the momentum going. It looks like he's got the pace on Andrex this time, and through he goes into fourth. But Andrex not letting it go. No, he's going to have to now. Andrex has lost that fourth position to Claessens, but Claessens run wide. It doesn't look like he's lost enough momentum for Andrex to capitalise on it, but still Andrex is hanging on. Claessens now having to defend from the N3, but I think he certainly had the pace to be able to do something about it. Can Claessens catch Mini Black now? Round the carousel. Looks like Claessens had a better run through the carousel than Andrex did, and that's going to give him a bit of breathing space to start to push towards Mini Black. The top three are spaced out by a hell of a long way between them. We just look at Perry Gronstra. There he is. Where is he? Where is he? That's towards the end of the lap, so he's just entering the stadium complex to complete lap 11. Paradisky, here he is. A minute and a half between him and leader Perry Gronstra. He is just coming through the can't ever say this, Schwalbenschwanz, heading towards the Dortigenhohe. There is Mini Black, as previously mentioned, heading towards the Flansgarten. Claessens then has definitely got. Oh dear, Andrex had a terrible run through the corner we've just seen. He's now heading towards the Flansgarten. I think Claessens is going to start to really push to catch up with Mini Black. There's iPlay, who's been minding his own business, keeping his lines clean, and reeling in Andrex. Or Andrex and Claessens, but now that Claessens got past the M3, we could be seeing another battle for 5th position with Andrex. The rest of the field is relatively spaced out. There is Rygaard in the roof in 7th position. He's coming up to the Schwalbenschwanz, as the three we've just been watching are going through it themselves. There is the ever persistent M3 Branderas. He is coming up to the Brunchen, or coming up to Brunchen. Blue Rat in the roof. He is going through the Hohe Acht. Wycombe's in the Bentley. He's just gone through the carousel and heading to the Hohe Acht himself. Infected Space in the Chevrolet Corvette. He's also just done carousel, and he is about 10 seconds behind Wycombe's. Nismo is just coming up to the carousel in the Z4 in 12th position. Yurisnikov in the other Chevrolet Corvette. Long way back, 35 seconds or so from Nismo. He is just coming up to the carousel. He's just coming through the Klostetal to the carousel. There is the very battered Mercedes of Futjed. He is just coming through the Kesselchen. Oh, that's going to hurt. Dangerous Janetta in all sorts of trouble at the just after the Bergwerk. I think that is. No, that's the Ex-Muller. That is IGC2 that's just gone past him in the Mercedes. So that's Dangerous Janetta trying his best to straighten his car, but that is heavily damaged. He's not able to get backwards a great deal. But Astro is a very, very long way back from Dangerous Janetta. He's got a lot of time to get that corrected. There is Astro in the Z4. He is just coming up to the where is that? Is that Schumacher S's? Lost track of where we are. Yes, that's no, that's the Warsteiner. Beg your pardon. And there is Adrenaline. Has been a very lonely race for him at the back. He is just coming through the Hohe Acht. And the rest are retired. Back to the front then, Perry Grontra is on his own, and that's Astro getting past Dangerous Janetta as well. And Dangerous Janetta has retired. Another retiree from this race. Dangerous Janetta has decided to call it a day. That was a hell of a bang we just witnessed. So he has retired from this race then. I think we have... Now, what's happened here? What's happened here? Perry Grontra has suddenly lost his lead. I'm assuming... no, not lost his lead, just lost a lot of lead. I suspect Perry Grontra has pitted because he had a minute and a half to himself at one stage. I think he must have pitted. Or is there damage on the front of Perry Grontra's car? I think it might be. He's going too quick past the camera. Slow down, Perry, will you? No, I'm not sure. Not too sure there is. No, I don't think there is. I think Perry must have had a pit stop because he's suddenly within 10 seconds of Paradisky. Unless Paradisky suddenly had a hell of a charge on, I suspect that Perry Grontra has had a pit stop. Mini Black then still holds on to third place, a minute behind Paradisky. Claessens has been pushing on to try and catch his Z4 brethren ahead of him. iPlay. Now Andrex must have pitted because he's down his 7th position. As Andrex has just comes onto the Nordschleife then. I think Andrex must have pitted because he was up there in 5th position. But he is now on to the Nordschleife. There is Rigor. He's in 6th position now, ahead of Andrex. Brando somewhere. There he is, just coming onto the Nordschleife now. Now in 8th, and we see Infected Space has changed position. He's in the pits, as is Wycombs. Nismo continuing and going up to 10th place. Wycombs is in the pits, still getting service there, as is Infected Space. There's Yuriznikov just coming into... Oh no, he's got another chicane to go before he goes into the complex area and into the complex area. Goodness me, into the stadium area. Wycombs comes out then in 11th position. Infected Space still 12th. Then Yuriznikov now comes into the pits as well in the Corvette from 13th place. Futjed, there he is, and that is has poor Adrenaline behind Futjed. Oh, Futjed getting a bit out of shape on that chicane there. In comes Futjed. Is he going to pit? Answer is no. He continues. Infected Space still being pit. That was a horrific stop. That was a hell of a long stop. Lap 12 then, 6 to go here at the Nordschleife. Infected Space loses that 12th place to Futjed. Oops, I've gone the wrong way, and that is Adrenaline in between himself and in between Infected Space and Futjed. Yuriznikov still in the pits, and he's just come in. That's IGC2 on the long straight at the back. And there is Adrenaline now up to 16th position because of retirements. Oh, what a shame for Dangerous Janetta to also retire from this race. Wrong way. Let's head back up the field then. So that's Andrex's 7th. He's on his own. Rigor is... the field is relatively spaced out then. Let's see where everybody is. There is us. Perry Grontra has just gone through the carousel. Now that is Paradisky within 10 seconds. He's just coming through the carousel himself. Oh, that was a terrible run through the carousel for Paradisky. But on he goes then with, I think he may have lost some time actually to Mini Black. I think it was a minute there or so last time we looked. There's still plenty of time left in this race for Mini Black to close that kind of gap. If we look at the laps, let's have a look at the lap times actually. Paradisi, oh dear, had a terrible and then Perry Gronstra had a pretty bad lap, so again I'm assuming he must have pitted. Mini Black had certainly the best lap of the top four. Claessen's had an awful lap last time out, so again probably pits up. I think he must have had that was a hell of a bang. It wasn't Claessen's. Who on earth just banged into the barrier? I don't know on that one. I don't know who hit the wall, I'm afraid. I don't think it was iPlay. It sounded like the impact was in front of Claessen's then, but iPlay continues. That's someone running against the... Oh dear, Rigel was taking an unusual line there through the carousel, so he's not had a good time of it. There's Andrex after his pit stop. 7th position. Branderos in the other M3 with about 25 seconds between him and Andrex. Everyone's pretty spaced out, so it's difficult to know where to look at this stage. 16 cars running then from the initial starting 21. There we go, we see Blue Rat is on his own then. Nismo in 10th position in the Z4. He's got a 10-second or so gap to Wycombs in the Bentley. Whoops, Callan is running wide at Callanhart there. Furtiad in the Mercedes, switching around everywhere. Infected space in the Chevrolet. Is he gaining on the Mercedes ahead of him? Could well be. Could see a battle developing here. Yuriznikov in the other Chevrolet. He's completely on his own, heading down towards Arenberg. IGC2, the Mercedes. Where is he? He is just coming up to the Flugplatz. And the ever-battered Adrenaline. He is just... Where is he? He's coming up to the Metzgerwelt. And I give you your due, Adrenaline. You have continued to wrestle that Mercedes around the course. But... you have not given up. That's about all I can say. So he's... Oh, you've hit the wall again. Unless your steering is given up to such a degree that you're using the barriers to turn your car, that is not going to help you. So Dangerous Janetta, PNK and Astro continue to watch from... It sounds like someone was in the pits there. Can't really tell who it is. Back up to the front then, we have Perry Gronstra is beginning to build his lead again over that of Paradiski. Unless it's Paradiski in the pits. Yes, it is. That's why we saw the lead completely diminish to between Paradiski and Perry Gronstra. That's because Perry pitted and Paradiski did not. 5 laps remaining then as Perry Gronstra heads towards... Where is he heading towards? He's heading towards the Warsteiner curve. Through he goes. And Claessen's has gone back up to 2nd position then. He's set a new fastest lap recently, I think. Oh, not that time out. It's 8:17. That's better than we've seen him do fairly recently. iPlay up to 3rd with Paradiski coming out in 4th. Now, Mini Black is in the pits as well. So Rigor reclaims 5th position from the pitted Z4. We have a battle, ladies and gentlemen, between the Z4 of Paradiski and the McLaren of iPlay. Everyone else relatively spaced out. Round down towards the Dunlop curve, I think that is. Yep, that's heading down towards the Dunlop curve for Paradiski and iPlay. Claessen's not too far ahead, but still about 15 seconds or so between the two. There, we just see the back of the shot there. That's Rigor on the roof. Just coming through the Dunlop curve himself. That's the Schumacher S's that these two are coming through, heading towards the Warsteiner curve. McLaren fending off Z4. Where is Paradiski going to make a move on the McLaren. MGK chicane. There it is. Oh, now Paradisky had a much better line through that chicane than the McLaren. Oh, the McLaren looks like he's gone very deep there into that cut through. Can Paradisky have a line? No, he can't. Looks like he had a much better drive through that line. Oh, and the McLaren's gone wide again. And Paradisky just kept away from that third position, but only just. iPlay looks like he's either struggling for tyres or he's simply taking much wider line through those turns than Paradisky is. Now this is helping Rigor close in on this particular pair as well. We didn't see him in that particular shot, but I think he is closing in that gap. Another gap that's I was just about to look away then, but just as Paradisky's shaping up for another attempt on the McLaren ahead of him. That is down to the Flugplatz. Z4 still trying to find his way past the McLaren. McLaren swinging out a little bit wide there for that left-hander. McLaren has just got the pace to keep the BMW behind. And there, you just saw the back of the shot was Rigor in the roof as they head down towards Arnberg, but the McLaren's gone way too deep. Way too deep. That's allowed Paradisky through. Yeah, I think it was inevitable, as I don't think iPlay's pitted recently, so his tyres are ruined. So Paradisky blasts through into third place, and away he goes. There's Rigor on the roof. Can he make an impact on iPlay's day? Mini Black in the Z4 after his pit stop is a minute behind Rigor, and Branderos is closing Mini Black in. Now, can that battle start to form? Whoop, it sounded like there was a barrier impact then. Andrex has lost out to Branderos at some point. We didn't say, oh, look at that. Andrex has damage. So Andrex has had a misadventure of some description and has damage and lost 7th position. Oh, and gone very deep on that chicane as well. Here's Wycombs. He's just gone through the Dunlop curve. And in his very battered Bentley, Blue Rat, that's also the Dunlop curve. That's Infected Space gaining. Oh, now that's a very slow Nismo. Has he just come out of the pits? If so, that's a very odd line he's taken. I think Nismo may have pitted there. Futtiet pits again. Here comes Infected Space. And that's Adrenaline we see in the background. Infected Space. Yurisnikov rather continues. Futtiet still in the pits. IGC2, where is he? He's at the end of the long straight, so he'll be going through the final chicanes then before re-entering the stadium area. Futtiet still in the pits. Very, very long stop for him. Here comes IGC2. He's going to be claiming 14th, I think, from Futtiet. I believe Futtiet still. There we go. Here IGC2 going past. There he goes. And there's Adrenaline having a equally long pit stop. Where is Perry? There he is, completely on his own by well over a minute. He's just coming through the Brunchen. E. Claessen's back in second position then. 15 seconds, over 15 seconds between himself and third place Paradisky, who has just reclaimed that position from iPlay. As we saw, there is iPlay, just under 4 seconds behind in the McLaren, in the Sol McLaren. Rigor in the roof was beginning to close in on iPlay, but I think he's had a misadventure of some description, as he is now 15 seconds behind the McLaren. Mini Black in the Z4. Where is he? So he's just onto the Kesselchen. Branderos in the M3, 10 seconds behind Mini Black Z4. That battle could come to something later on. Andrex is completely on his own. He's lost a hell of a lot. Look at that. He's nearly a minute behind Branderos and over a minute ahead of Wycombe, so he is in for a lonely remainder of the race. There is Wycombe in the Bentley, Can't even see where he is. There he is. He's coming up towards the Metzgewelt. Blue Rat coming through the Adenauer Forst. I believe that's the Adenauer Forst. Effective space in the Chevrolet. He is coming towards the Arenberg with Nismo not far behind. Now we saw Nismo come out of the pits, or we believe come out of the pits, not too long ago. So we could be seeing a battle for 11th position form here. You can see the Chevrolet Corvette of Infected Space just ahead of him. Through they come. Looking through the field, we don't have any other particularly close battles. This is the closest one we have at this stage, although Branderos is closing in on Mini Black for 6th position, we can see. Whoops, I've gone the wrong way. We can see here, here's Branderos. Where is he? He is... That's towards the end of the lap. That's the Eisenbach onto the Bürnchen. You can hear Mini Black Z4. Can't quite see him yet in the shot. You can definitely hear him. There he is. So 6 seconds between these two, and also 3rd and 4th of Paradisky is still got pressure from iPlay. Although 7 seconds is a lot in general racing terms, in an endurance event like this, it can disappear with a single mistake. So 4 laps remaining then. We are on lap 14 of 17 here at the Nordschleife Combined. Just see the rear lights of Paradisky ahead there from the McLaren of iPlay. Rigor in the roof on his own. Mini Black Z4 soon going to have Branderos at this pace. He's soon going to have Branderos for company. Oh, and there's impact. Oh, Mini Black's in trouble by the sound of it. Oh, Mini Black has spun at some stage. That's brought Branderos right in with him. I think that bang must have been Mini Black rather hitting the wall. So then watching Branderos, as he's now going to be making a challenge for 6th position. As they head onto the back straight, can Branderos do anything about the Z4 ahead of him? Time will tell as the camera comes round. Yes, he is. Look at that! Look at the speed that Branderos was able to gain on Mini Black. Look at the speed difference between the M3 and the Z4 on that back straight. Mini Black no doubt picked up some more damage as a result of that impact, but I don't think he's going to be able to do anything with the M3 ahead. I mean, we've seen a number of overtakes happen on that back straight, and then the slipstream occurs and the overtake reverses itself, but I doubt that Mini Black's going to be able to do anything already. Branderos is almost 3 seconds over Mini Black as they re-enter the stadium section once again. And Mini Black comes into the pits, then Rigor is in the pits as well. So Branderos continues. He's going to go up to 5th position with them, with Rigor in the pits. And the top of the field are very heavily spaced out. There is Perry Gronstra coming down to us. I think it's down towards the Arenberg. Yes, it is. Here's Claessens just leaving the stadium section, coming on to the Nordschleife. Paradisky heading towards the Warsteiner curve, I think. Nope, that's the NTK chicane. He's just coming through. iPlay coming down to the Dunlop curve. Branderos, he's not far behind, so he's definitely going to be pressuring iPlay at that rate. He's going to be pressuring iPlay very, very soon. And Rigor's out of the pits now. He's not far behind Branderos, so on fresh tyres we could be seeing a challenge there. Andrex has regained 8th position from Mini Black. Out he comes then. Out comes the Z4 in 8th position. And there is Wycombs in the Bentley. Where is he? He's just coming through onto the Dortinger Hohe. Onto the back straight then. There's Blue Rat in 10th place. 14 or so seconds back from the Bentley. He's just coming onto the Dortingen Hohe himself. And Nismo has overtaken Infected Space. I thought I saw those two names swap around. Oh dear! Infected Space got a little bit out of shape on that particular drop. We've seen a number of cars get very unsettled there. Where is that? That's coming up to the Schwalbenschwanz, heading down towards the Dortingen Hohe. Can Infected Space close down that Z4 again? Onto the bank left-hander. Has Nismo got enough pace to keep the Chevrolet Corvette at bay? Would appear so. As they get onto that back straight, I think... I don't think Invector Space is going to be able to do anything at this point to reel Nismo in. Nismo's got the pace he needs to keep that 11th place to himself. We'll just jump up to 8th position. That's Mini Black starting to get very close to the M3 of Andrex. As a result of pit stops, can Mini Black reel in the M3 ahead of him? It looks like Andrex has got the pace he needs to keep Mini Black at bay for now. But time is running out. We have 4 laps remaining, well, less than 4 laps remaining. We look at where Perry Gronstra is. Let's see where he is. That's the carousel he's just coming through. So, Claessens, Paradisky, iPlay. Brandois is definitely catching on iPlay, I think. Definitely catching him, I think. That's a great sentence, isn't it? Oh, Rigor's beginning to get interesting. As the way that timings kind of concertina together, it is often difficult for me to see who's catching who. Brandois trying to reel iPlay back in again, challenging for that 4th place. Up at Callenhart. Rigor just going through Callenhart himself. Andrex and Mini Black, look at that. Now we definitely have a fight coming on here between the Z4 and the M3. Andrex 7th, Mini Black 8th. As we head towards the closing stages of this race, there, well, comparatively so, and Yuriznikov has just lost a position. Is he in the pits? Yes, he is. That's IGC2 that has reclaimed 13th position from the Corvette, and Futuyat goes through. It looks like sideways from that particular angle, as Yuriznikov now exits the pits in 15th position. Now, who were we looking at before? It was these two, Andrex and Mini Black. Oh, now Mini Black is really staring down the exhaust pipe of Andrex. Where are they in the lap? That's heading on to the X. Muller and Andrex has I think Andrex let him through. Andrex, I think, decided to let Mini Black go there, because that didn't appear to be a mistake of some kind. I think he just allowed the faster Z4 to reclaim 7th position and to allow him on his way. There's a massive gap between Mini Black and Rigor for 6th position. So we will see how that one pans out as the race continues. Next closest battle is here, Nismo and Infected Space, but I think Nismo's got the measure of Infected Space at this stage. Mind you, saying that, 6th position Rigor looks like he's going to be getting very, very interested in Brandois' 5th position very, very soon. Round the carousel they come. I think we may be seeing a battle forming in the not too distant future between the M3 and the roof. We will see. Already, Mini Black has 4 seconds or so on, just under 4 seconds on Andrex. Goodness me, so I can see why Andrex let Mini Black go, as the pace of the Z4 clearly over the battered M3 it's clear to see for all. Back up to Rigor then. Oh, goodness me, his Brandois facing the wrong way. Oh no! He's going again. He's got a comfortable gap back to Mini Black, so he's not going to be in danger there, but he's definitely overcooked it. Where is that? That is by Brunchen, I think. Yep, that's Brunchen. So he's overcooked it somewhere and has spun it around, giving it 5th place back to Rigor in the roof. Well. A rare mistake then from the M3 of Brandois. There he is, just coming up to the drop that we've just seen Rigel go through. Down he comes. Now we've just seen IGT2. It's IGT2 Footyard having a battle then. The two Mercedes having a bit of a square off then. IGT2 just losing out that 13th position to Footyard. Very weird sound. The engine note with that sound glitch sounds really bizarre with these two. So then these are, so IGT2 is in the SLS AMG and he spun it! On the entrance of that chicane, IGT2 overcooked it and has spun. Footyard is in the non-SLS version of the AMG Merc. It's just going to allow Eurostinkoff to close in. Well, it'll allow him to close in a bit, but it's still over 15 seconds between him and IGT2. And IGT2, as you can see, is underway again. Vector Space looks like he's losing out to Nismo in this particular battle for 11th position. That gap is ever so slightly increasing as time goes on. Perry Gronstra has begun lap 15. Looking at where he is, he started quite a long time ago. And I've only just got over them, so 3 laps remaining then in this endurance race here at the Combined Nordschleife. Perry Gronstra in the Z4 has not lost the lead at all. He qualified in pole and has remained out in the lead and untouched for the entire race. He only lost the lead during a very early pit stops, but has not lost the lead in quite a very, very, very long time. Second place is Claessen's. He had a bit of work to do to regain that second position after his pit stops, but he is over a minute and a half, as you can see, off of the lead, but he's comfortably ahead. He's comfortably ahead of Paradiski in third position by about 20 seconds as Paradiski goes through the cut through and re-enters the Nordschleife. The Paradiski has predominantly been in third position for this race. He qualified second and has remained, according to my overlay, he qualified in second. Wasn't second early on, but it's remained in that podium position. I play in the sole McLaren for this event. Sounds like he has company fairly close, but of course that element of the circuit, which is the Warsteiner curve, is fairly close to the Mercedes arena. So he's in fourth, comfortably so. Rigor, after Brandon Ross's spin, has nearly 10 seconds behind him and over 10 seconds in front of him to himself. There is Branderas. Fairly eventful race for him as he comes through the NGK chicane, or coming up to the NGK chicane. There it is. So he comes through that. Ooh, that was close. Vinny Black in the Z4 has completely left Andrex for dead now. Over 10-second gap between him and the N3 as he comes through. Is that Vorsteiner? Yes, it is. That's the Vorsteiner curve that he is just coming through. There is Andrex, and the other N3 was challenging, but was keeping Branderas at bay a few laps ago in 5th position, I think, at the time, but came to grief a few laps ago, as you can see by the damage on his car. Wycombs in the now sole running Bentley, very, very heavily redesigned. As tough as the Bentley is, it still will lose out to a concrete wall. He's over a minute behind Andrex, as you can see, entering the stadium area. There is Blue Rat just entering the stadium in 10th place. Nismo in the Z4, currently holding 11th. He's on the long straight from Dottingenhoa. Infected Space has definitely lost out to the Z4 ahead of him. That's 15 seconds between the two. Now Footyard did have IGT2 for company a little while ago, but has left him for dead in the Mercedes. Is a minute and a half back from 12th place Infected Space. There is IGT2 in an equally battered Merc in 14th place. Yuriznikov in the other Chevrolet Corvette. Where is he? He's just coming through the Brunchen in 15th place, and the ever persistent Adrenaline has been driving that exceedingly battered Merc the entire race. He came to grief on the first lap and has been continuing ever since and remains so in 16th place. We have no particular close quarters battles to refer to at this stage, so let's have a look at Perry Gronstra. He is coming through the Brunchen now. I don't think it's a single mark on his car. Perry Gronstra has not put a foot wrong this entire race. Absolutely amazing. I mean, you've got to think that at this stage they've been racing for well over 2 hours now. That's a long old time to have this level of concentration, this level of speed, and not throw it into the wall. As you can see by the outside shots, the amount of cars damaged. This is an interesting sound glitch. We have a normal engine sound and the stuttered one. Brilliant. So that is Perry Gronstra coming through the Schwalbenschwanz. Bank left-hander heading down towards the Dortingen-Hohe. I just realised his best lap is 8:11.379. Look at the gap between in lap time alone between him and Claessens. Goodness me, 6 seconds between the two. Perry Gronstra on the back straight then. Minute and a half, over a minute and a half. As you can see on the map there, the green dot is Claessens. I think the white dot ahead of Claessens is more than likely to be Adrenaline. I've just seen 14th place has changed. Ruznikov, and IGC2 is in trouble. Has he run out of fuel? No, he's lost a wheel. Oh, IGC2's lost a wheel. He was very, very lucky, in a manner of speaking, that he's right by the pits, but he's had an argument with the wall at some stage, and he's limping with 3 wheels on his wagon. And that's Perry Gronstra, I think. Yes, it is. That's race leader Perry Gronstra just coming past to start lap 16. 2 laps to go. We are on the penultimate lap then of this endurance event. In comes the 3-word wagon of IGC2. Goodness me. So this is what happens in the endurance event towards the end. It's with fatigue comes loss of concentration, and in IGC2's case, loss of wheels. So he's in the pits, and he's probably going to be there for a while. Perry Gronstra then, coming down to the Dunlop curve for the penultimate time. To see what his last lap was. 8:13, still 4 seconds quicker than Claessen's. It's Claessen's best lap. Goodness me. Absolutely incredible. Through the Warsteiner curve. I think that's the Warsteiner curve. Yes, it is. Up towards Advenbogen. Down towards the NGK chicane. Through he comes. Then up to the cut to the Nordschleife. Often referred to as the Green Hell. We'll take a quick drink here. Excuse me. Onto the twisty complex then at Hatzenbach and I can't pronounce this properly. Horkeiken. What can I say? I'm trying. I think there is actually damage to the front of Perry Gronstra's car, come to think of it. Yeah, there is a little bit of damage to the front of Perry's car, so he has had a misadventure somewhere in the race, but he's had such a lead that no one's actually noticed. As you can see from the timings, that everyone is kind of settled into their rhythm for just bringing their cars home to see where they can finish. Of course, this being a social event, there is no point. It does not have an impact on the league standings for either elite pro or semi-pro, of course. It is just for fun. This, of course, gives me myself practice for commentating on an endurance race. which has certainly been challenging. So where are we then? That is coming down towards the Adenauer Forst. Which I believe is this chicane. We have someone that's trying to dip below 10 seconds between themselves and the next car, which is Rigor and I play. But still 10 seconds between the two. So let's see where everyone else is as we leave Perry Gronstra heading towards the Kallenhardt. There is E. Claessens in the next Z4. He is, where is he? He's just coming through the Hochheiken. Paradisky in the next Z4. We just had Adrenaline come out of shot there. Adrenaline is, Adrenaline and Paradisky are just coming through that Hochheiken section. I play in the McLaren. He's coming up to the NGK chicane. There we go. 14 seconds back or so is Rigor in the roof. Coming up towards... That's the NGK chicane as well. Similar distance back is M3 of Branderos. That's the Advan Bogan we've just seen him go through. Mini Black of the Z4, about 30 seconds back or so from Branderos. He is just coming through the Vorsteiner curve. Andros UK in the M3, 35 seconds back. He's heading down to Dunlop curve. Wycombe's just coming into the stadium then to start his penultimate lap in the Bentley. Blue Rat in the roof. He's coming to the end of that long straight. So quite a big gap between him and Wycombe's. Nismo further 30 seconds back in the Z4. He's in 11th. He is just going through the Schwalbenschwanz onto the Dortingenhohe. There is Infected Space in the Chevrolet Corvette. He is just doing that section I just mentioned, the Schwalbenschwanz onto the Dortingenhohe. Furtiert in the Mercedes. Still wriggling around everywhere. He is at the Brunchen. And down to the Flamsgarten, there is Uisnikov. Just coming up to the Hohenacht. I have a feeling that is race leader Perry Gronstra behind him on circuit. IGC2 in the minute and a half behind Uisnikov. He is in the Merc. He is 15th position and I can't actually see where he is. Where is he? Oh, there he is. At the Kesselsen. And the ever persistent Adrenaline. He is at the Exmula. I think. Just at the end of, yes. And Dangerous Janetta retired a while ago. Right, Perry Gronstra then. Race leader. I was indeed correct. There is Uisnikov we've just seen go out of shot. So Perry Gronstra, race leader. Current lap holder. And race dominator. Just coming through the Brunchen, heading down to the Flansgarten. Just turn the map off. There's that drop. Will we see catch out quite a number of people today? Oh, that was close. That could have been awkward between Uisnikov and Perry Gronstra, but Uisnikov just managed to get out of the way without holding Perry Gronstra up too much. So Perry Gronstra then going through onto the Schwalbenschwanz. He'll probably just probably stop, have a picnic, and get going again and still win this race with over a minute and a half to himself. Through he comes then onto the Dortingenhohe, whilst E. Claessens is coming onto the Esbach. Whilst Perry Gronstra is leading by an astronomical amount, let's not forget how good all of these drivers are. Obviously we have a range of drivers from all three of our GT3 leagues taking part in today's race. It's easy to forget how good they are. If you catch up with the streams that we have provided for us by Fizzy and Yorkie for the Elite League and myself for the Pro League. Sadly, we don't have a stream available for the Semi-Pro League. But that's where you'll see the true talents of these drivers reflected. And next week we'll be holding the GT3 round here at the Nordschleife, not the Combined, the standard circuit, which will be a 8-lap race, of course obeying by the hour format that we are used to. So then Perry Gronstra has begun the final lap here at the Nordschleife, lap 17. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, less than 10 minutes then to go before this man, Perry Gronstra, unless he stacks his car in this lap, less than 10 minutes then until the race is concluded. Down towards the Dunlop curve for the final time of asking. Up to the Schumacher S's. Again, no one is near. No one has got any will-to-will racing going on throughout the field at this stage. So I figured, why not? Let's watch the race leader as he works his magic through the Warsteiner curve towards the Advenbogen. Then the NGK chicane once more. What a race this has been. We have lost 5 cars from this race from the start of the session. "16 of the 21 starters still going. So through the chicane complex at the Hochhaken, or Hochhaken, yeah, Hochhaken, I think. 8:11.379 has been Perry's best lap. It was 8:17.801 was his previous one. Tyres have had it. Fatigue is definitely kicking in. Concentration will be wavering, but one more lap to go. Just one more asking of 25 kilometers or 15.5 miles. Down towards the Arenberg he comes. Through the Schwedenkreuz. That's the Arenberg. Onto the Fuschrohr. Again, my attempt at pronouncing these German corner names. Heading towards the Adenauer Forst, which is around here, I guess. Again, I'm not 100% certain the map I'm using entirely up to date. There's so many chicanes through this particular section, it's difficult to know which one is the main one. Towards the left-hander of the Metzgerwelt, which is here. Oh, there's a double left-hander. Up towards the Kannenhardt. There's the signpost telling you so. On towards the Verseifen. Through these chicane complexes for the final time. We begin to work our way down towards the Exmühle. Just here. Round we come, heading towards the Bergwerk. I'm just watching the times. I'm seeing Rigor is beginning to close in with iPlay. then, as soon as I say that, iPlay opens up a 10-second gap again. Perry Gronstra. On to the Ketterson. Down the hill he comes. Off towards the Klostertal. Heading towards the carousel. Can't help but admire the fact that his lines, his car control are spot on even at this dying stage of the race. Round the carousel once more. And it is as bouncy as it looks. Up towards the Hohenacht. Or the Hohenacht, I should say. Probably knowing that's not the first mispronunciation I've made this evening. Towards the Wippermann. Yep, and then onto the Eisbach, if I can pronounce it. Towards the Brunchen. All the time descending through the hills. Now coming past the Flansgarten. Next named area is the Schwalbenschwanz, which I still can't pronounce. After over 2.5 hours, I still can't get this pronunciation correct. The Schwalbenschwanz, which is the 180-degree complex that he's just entering now. Round to the left. Continuing to descend. Bank left-hander. Whoops. Looked like he kind of kinked to the right there. Down towards the... I say down as he comes to uphill again over this particular crest. The Dortingenhohe. Oops, that was nearly off-road there. On to the long back straight for the final time. Not far to go in this race then. Again, looking at the timing, still no one within 10 seconds of anybody else. Get to the end of the long straight through the Anton Luschbuch and Tiergarten, through the chicane complex, re-entering the stadium complex. Here then is your endurance race winner of the 2.4 hours here at the Nordschleife Combined. It is Perry Gronstra in the Z4. Absolutely incredible. Your race winner. Goodness me, winning by over 1.5 minutes from teammate E. Claessens. Claessens has yet to enter the Schwalbenschwanz. As you can see, he has over 800 seconds to get to the end. That's going to be plenty enough, certainly, for him to do so. Still quite a way, though, in this lap for Claessens to do. That is... And there's adrenaline again. Oh no, it's IDC2, I beg your pardon. Yuriznikov has crossed the line then in his Corvette. He is, of course, a lap down. Here is second place man, E. Claessens, coming down the Dortingenhohe with the stuttering Mercedes ahead of him. Having a wiggle to himself, probably pleased that this race is coming to an end. Absolutely incredibly long race, but then that's the 2.4 hours of Nürburgring. There's a clue in the name. Sounds like ITC2 brushing the grass there. Not surprised with the damage on that car. Here comes then second place man in the Z4, flashing his lights, having a celebration to himself. It is E. Claessens claiming his second place then. There's Yuzhnikov, he's already crossed the line, as is IGC2. Here is Paradisky in the Z4, just entering the stadium complex, claiming the final of the podium positions, having a flash of the lights, enjoying the celebrations. Its third place goes to Paradisky. I play in the Sol McLaren, has kept primarily to himself, but he is coming along in fourth place. He's coming along the back straight for the final time. No particular damage, I think, to his car, so he's managed to keep it out of the walls. In fact, I can't see any damage on his car at all. So not only has he kept it out of the wall all this time, but he's also avoided hitting anybody else. Good on you, sir. Fair play to you. So through the chicane for the final time, into the stadium he comes to claim a well-deserved fourth position then for iPlay. Flash of the light and a wiggle in celebration. Brilliant stuff for the McLaren. Next down the road is Rygo in the roof to take fifth place. Here he comes. Fifth place to Rygo. Who is next? It's Brando Ross in his trusty M3. Quite slowly through that particular chicane he comes into the stadium for the final time. Here is Brando Ross to claim that sixth position. Well done, Brando Ross. Well done to you. Who is next? It's Mini Black in the Z4. He's got nearly 40 seconds over Andrex behind. So he's just coming through the long straight himself. The Dottigan Huad on to the Anton Lusbuch. And through the Tiergarten for the final time of asking. Goodness me, I'm running out of breath. Mini Black then we saw in quite a few battles earlier on in the race. Here he comes through the final chicane for the final time of asking into the stadium. He also flashes his lights and he has a big old wiggle to himself to celebrate the end of it. Yep, don't lose it. Don't lose it that badly. Seventh position then goes to Mini Black. Next down the road is indeed the other M3 of Andrex. We saw Andrex having some brilliant battles with Brando Ross, but an unfortunate misgiving for him meant he lost out on that one, and here he comes then through that final chicane and up to the stadium. Andrex UK then claiming 8th place in the M3, and a flash of the lights, and there he is. Wycombs in the sole surviving Bentley comes across to claim 9th, and bang, there he is. There's Blue Rat. Now where is he? Goodness me, he's still quite a way back. He's coming through the Schwalbenschwanz. That's quite some way back yet. Round the bank left-hander. Ooh. I've just spotted these two are getting close to one another. We have a battle yet still to conclude. Infected Space and Nismo have yet to cross the line, so there is a battle here. In the dying moments, well, comparative dying moments of this race, we have a fight on our hands. Whilst we wait for Blue Rat to cross the line, he's just on that final space now. Infected Space and Infected Space and Nismo are going through the Flansgarten, heading towards the Schwalbenschwanz. So this battle has some legs on it yet. Corvette versus Z4. Oh, Nismo having a look on the inside there. Not quite, but same face went too wide, and he's bounced off the barrier. He's let that one go, unfortunately. Oh, just as I thought, we were going to have a fight to the end. Infected Space has thrown that position to Nismo. There's Blue Rat then. He's come through the final chicane for the final time. And over the line he comes. Big old wiggle, and Blue Rat claims that 10th place in the roof. That's Nismo and Infected Space on that back straight then for the final time of asking. How far back in Infected Space? Oh, he's way too far back. And Nismo flash. I thought he was flashing his lights. Just like he's put his hazard lights on almost. So Nismo flashing his lights away as he's probably having a celebration at the end of the race is coming. And Infected Space is really quite a long way back to be able to do anything about it. Through the chicane for the final time comes Nismo in the Z4. Into the stadium. More flashing of lights. Is he going to have a wiggle? Nope, he's not going to have a wiggle. Just flashing of lights. 11th place goes to Nismo in the Z4. And Infected Space, big old flash of lights there. 12th place in the Corvette. Footyet, where's Footyet? There he is, coming into the stadium for the final time, wiggling away. Over the line for 13th place for Footyet. Already 2 laps down. And Adrenaline's actually stuck himself in the pits. Not surprised. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, the race is concluded. Perry Gronstra wins by an astronomical lead over Z4 alike E-Classens, with Paradis-Ski rounding out your top 3. My name's been King-Kodiak. Thank you very much for watching. It's been an exceedingly long race, but that's the 2.4 hours of Nürburgring. Thank you very much, and I will see you next time here at AOR. Thank you very much, and good night.